So for all this Vivica Fox 50 Cent stuff, I was thinking about, I mean, what are my favorite 50 Cent songs? And I was listening to DJ Whoo Kid, and he had like a 50 Cent block of songs. I was like, okay, let me put this thing together because that's a sign from God. So I had an initial top five, and I was very comfortable with that top five. But I said, well, let me see what was the samples they used. And then I was reminded of other songs by 50 Cent. I don't think as the years went along, we really talk about how great 50 Cent was in the 2000s. I think people have settled on that Jay-Z is the greatest rapper ever, and they just totally forget about everybody else that was in that time period, which is just insane. Like 50 Cent was almost unstoppable. He probably made Jay-Z retire because 50 was that strong as an artist. He was with his stuff and the G-Unit stuff, fantastic. So I had an initial top five, and I was like, I'm good with this. And then I saw these other songs, like, okay. And the songs, now keep in mind, I don't have In the Club on here. I don't have Many Men on here. There's so many great 50 Cent songs that even those songs, I Get Money, I love those songs. They didn't make it. So the songs that was cut, song one was I Want to Get to Know You with Joe and G-Unit. I want to get to know you. First of all, I love Joe as an R&B artist. Joe is fantastic. But he was collaborating with 50 and G-Unit a lot back then. And I thought that actually that they was going to do an album, that there was going to be a Joe G-Unit album, and it never happened. But something tells me in the vault someplace, there are other Joe songs with G-Unit, and I wish they would just put those out. Even as a mixtape, because I miss Joe as a singer, because we don't see Joe that often. But man, that Joe 50 Cent G-Unit collaboration was great. So I Want to Get to Know You is an honorable mention. Best Friend was on my list with 50 and Olivia. They had almost like the same energy that Ja Rule had with Ashanti. I love Olivia and 50 together. Best Friend. If I was your best friend, I think about you all the time. I think about you all the time. Oh, that sample. Dun, 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 dun. Those songs make you feel happy. I don't know if there's too many songs today to make you feel happy, but 50 Cent and Olivia's Best Friend made you feel happy, but they didn't make the list. So what did? Let's go back to number 5, the Get Rich and Die Tryin soundtrack. Hustler's Ambition. Man, he sampled Frankie Beverly on that. And then dun, 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 dun. And 50's flow was he was just flowing like crazy. The greatest thing about 50 Cent is that back then is that he had a great ear for samples and a great ear for music. Like he was using like unconventional samples. He was using great chopped up samples. Like when you heard a song by 50 and G-Unit, that was them. You can't say, oh, the Neptunes did it or just Blaze it. No, it was a signature sound that they had. And they used like popular artists. They used like Isaac Hayes and all these people. But man, Hustler's Ambition was fantastic. Another song that I think was on that Get Rich or Die Tryin soundtrack is my number 4, Window Shopper. First of all, the video is fantastic because we see Mase, and Mase had just left Bad Boy. And all of a sudden he's in this 50 Cent video. And it's like, oh, wow, is Mase going to be with G-Unit? Never happened. I wish, and I don't know if they made some songs together. It would have been fantastic to hear Mase flowing over G-Unit samples back then. It never happened. But Window Shopper, you're a window shopper, man. Again, another winning sample. Number 3, Candy Shop. Produced by Scott Storch. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. I'll take you to the candy shop. I'll let you lick the lollipop. Oh! Whoa! The first collaboration, I think, with him and Olivia. And this is the second album. This is after Get Rich or Die Tryin. Like, there was nothing that 50 could do that can top the energy and the passion of Get Rich and Die Tryin. But I'm telling you, that second album is very underrated. And Candy Shop was that lead single. And just everything about that video. The women in that video, hell, they all probably grandmamas now. the sample on that, Scott Storch's just production on that. Shout out to Scott Storch. Shout out to Scott Storch. Oh my God, my man was just mad with the keys. So Candy Shop is number 3. Number 2, 21 Questions. 50 with a young Meagan Good. The whole premise is just, I got 21 questions and they all about us. Man, it's just, I wonder how many dudes back then was just right now, I'm going to write my own 21 questions and ask a 21 questions. Again, chopped up sample. It's Barry White. Fantastic video. Fantastic song. It's just when you hear it, again, it makes you feel good. His song's 50 Cent as gangster as he was. And this dude, his claim to fame when he had the mixtape song, How to Rob. He actually got shot. It was that whole true story, but he was able to do this almost like romantic type stuff, but in a hood type way. And it's interesting because Ja Rule basically said that 50 Cent stole his style. He kind of did, but 50 just remixed it. He wasn't doing Ja stuff, but he kind of remixed it. Hey, I don't have a Wankster on this list. That's how great this list is. I don't have a Wankster. Wankster. So yeah, 21 Questions is just a fantastic song. If you don't feel good after hearing that song or even watching that video, I don't know. You have no soul. So number one, it's a tie. I had an initial number one, and it's my number one overall. When I was looking up the samples of these other songs, I was reminded about this song. And I was like, I got to have this song at number one, tied to number one. Hate It or Love It by The Game. Technically, it's a song by The Game, but I feel like it was a 50 Cent song that he gave to him. Because the beginning of the song is 50 Cent, and we get a look into his life. He's saying my mom kissing the girl. It's like, what? But again, the sample. Dun, 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 dun. I guess initially the Neptunes was going to produce it, but then Cool and Dre came in. Shout out to Cool and Dre, the producers. And it's just like, I can't even imagine. As much as I love the Neptunes, as much as I love Chad and Pharrell, I don't even want to hear this sound at all on this song. What Cool and Dre did to that, I love it. And then the Game was holding his baby, and that kid's probably like 30 years old at this point. But man, Hate It or Love It is so good. I almost missed this. Because that's one of those songs, whenever I hear it, I just stop. It's a great song. So overall, my number one song, What Up Gangsta. A lot of the songs I had was kind of on the lovey type stuff. I didn't have too much of the hard stuff. I could have had Many Men on here, but What Up Gangsta? What up gangsta? They say I walk around like I got an S on my chest. And it's just a driving beat. Man, back in the day when I was like working out in the 2000s, one guy, and still does, one guy that always gets me going is DMX. Doesn't matter what DMX song, he just got me going because it's like, let's go kill, let's go wreck stuff. What Up Gangsta is like that, just a driving, oh. What up, cuz? What up, gangsta? Oh, it's so good. I don't think we really talk about 50 Cent enough, the artist, because he's been so successful. First in movies, but definitely in TV, but Power and all that stuff. He's been so successful as a businessman. I think we forget, or the kids don't know how tremendous he was. Well, not just his stuff, it was like him, and there's G on his stuff. You had The Game. He was great, man. Still is great. Smart business. He's just opened up his G-Unit studios in New Orleans or Louisiana. So he's still doing great stuff. But when we start talking about like greatest ever and all that stuff, and people just kind of stop at Jay-Z, I'm not saying that 50 Cent is the GOAT. I'm not saying that. But when you look at that time period where you had 50 and Ye and Luda and Jay and Mos Def and M and X and Fabulous, you have all these, and Outkast. Like when you have so many artists, it's virtually impossible to say like, oh, well, this guy, Jay-Z's the best ever. Screw everybody else. Like, no. And the crazy thing is, we haven't got to Drake and Kendrick yet. Drake and Kendrick were around the corner, and they're watching Ye, and they're watching Curtis, and they're watching Jay-Z. This is why Drake and Kendrick are still around, because they're the last young dudes who saw the greatness of the early 2000s and said, we got to be as good as those guys. We got to be legendary as those guys. Shout out to Drake and Kendrick. Shout out to Hov. We love Hov. But today, it's about G-Unit.